YouTube channel viewers, hello America, Stan The Annuity Man, America's annuity agent licensed in all 50 states. Yeah, that's yours too. You're included. Even if you're in Hawaii with my daughter who lives in Maui for some reason, somehow, I digress, producer, somehow in my life, I always wanted a place in New York and I always wanted a place in Hawaii. Well, one daughter lives in New York and one daughter lives in Hawaii, so I guess I have a place in both. I just don't live there. They live there. They're living my dream. But let me tell you another dream, producer, right here. M&M Soul Food Cafe. Yes, we're going to talk about annuities. Just hold on. M&M Soul Food Cafe, Las Vegas, Nevada, 2 locations. If you're ever in Las Vegas, Nevada, go to that location. Especially if you're from the South, you'll walk in, eat, and you'll cry on. I mean, tears running down my face. Like, I love this place. I love it. I mean, they have everything. Producer, have you eaten oxtail before? You've never eaten oxtail before. I know that sounds bizarre. I know you're envisioning some guy walking up to an ox and chopping off his head. I don't know how it all works. All I know is they serve oxtail there. They serve fried fish. It is phenomenal. Now, don't eat a week before you go there because it's fantastic. But I digress. I got this t-shirt there. M&M Soul Food Cafe. And with that, we're going to hear some music and then we're talking about annuities. Bye. Okay, so we're talking about annuities, not soul food, even though soul food might be good. Annuity income, does it fluctuate? How's that for a segue, producer? Annuity income, does it fluctuate? The answer to that question is not normally. But if you want it to, it can. How about that? Remember, what am I segueing into? Annuities are customizable. There's not a one-size-fits-all approach. They're commodity products that you shop all carriers for the highest contractual guarantee for your specific situation, which leads into the 2 questions that only Stan the Annuity Man asks. Other agents should ask it, but they don't. I don't know why. If you're an agent watching this, this is what you do. Ask 2 questions. What do you want the money to contractually do? When do you want those contractual guarantees to start? So in that scenario, let's just say, what do you want the money to contractually do? I want income. When do you want those contractual guarantees to start? I want the income to start 2 months from now. Okay, great. We run the quote using your date of birth, dates of birth of joint, state of residence, how much money you're going to put in, the type of account, and then we quote all carriers to find the highest contractual guarantee for your specific situation. Period. So let's get to the income part. In most cases, the income is going to be static. Producer, that's static. That's a visual static. It's never going to go anywhere but that amount. Oh, people go, well, wait a minute, Stan the Annuity Man, how about inflation? How about, inflation's going to kill me if it's static. Well, first of all, I love that voice, by the way. First of all, you already own the best inflation annuity on the planet, even though you hate annuities, or some of you hate annuities, or some of you are timid about annuities. The annuity that you own is called Social Security. It's the best inflation annuity on the planet because our beloved politicians in DC, who we love both sides of the aisle, we love them because they're so efficient and so smart and so pro-American that they just raise the income on Social Security to get your votes and to make you happy and to make people vote, and also to help people with the cost of living issue. Now, with annuity companies, they're not as patriotic. They don't give that away. So if you want something to increase, you're going to have to attach that to the policy at the time of application. And that is typically called a cost of living adjustment. A cost of living adjustment rider, COLA, C-O-L-A, COLA rider. And you choose that percentage that you want the income stream to increase. You say, well, great, Stan the Annuity Man, that's the best thing I've ever heard in my life. Maybe. But remember, annuity companies have the big buildings for a reason. They don't give anything away, nothing away. They don't even give paper clips away. They give nothing. But they do provide a lifetime income stream, right? And they're the only ones that do it. They have a monopoly on that. But, forgot what I was going to say. Hold that thought. But, I'm back. I had like a brain poof. But, if you attach a COLA to say a single premium immediate annuity, the annuity company's not going to give that away. Here's the same exact SPIA, single premium immediate annuity, without a COLA. Here is one with a COLA. They don't give it away. I mean, Social Security gives it away. but they don't give it away. So if you want a cost of living increase, which means that the income is going to fluctuate, which means that the income is going to increase every year by that percentage that you choose, you can do that, but understand that that initial payment is going to be lower than if you didn't put one on at all. And you'd have to run the math, and we'll help you do that at theannuityman.com, is what's the break-even point if I put a COLA on as compared to the annuity that I didn't put a COLA on? By the way, get to the finish line, and the answer to that, most of the time, my clients, and I have a ton of them, and I want you to be one too, they choose not to put a COLA on because the severity of how much they lower the payment, the annuity company lowers the payment when you attach that COLA. I ran one for a guy the other day. He goes, I want a COLA for 5%. A 5% COLA is going to increase by 5% every year. I said, that's fantastic, Chester, but let me run it. Everybody's called Chester. Let me run it with 1%, 2%, 3% COLA and then a 5% and show you how they price it in. He was flabbergasted by how they drastically lowered it for the 5%. Because we're talking about 5% increase for his life. Every single year it goes up 5%. What he initially ended up buying was a 2% COLA because it was a little less drastic from a pricing standpoint. He still wanted the increase, but you get to choose at the time of application what that increase is. Okay, so we're talking about the fluctuation of annuity income. Do you want it to fluctuate up? No, it's not going to fluctuate down. Do you want it to fluctuate up? By the way, I mean, that's an actual good question that was asked by myself, which some of the best questions are asked by myself because they come to me, because I'm the annuity man. Does income fluctuate down? No, it does not. Come on, producer. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good riff. She's laughing. Okay. No, it does not, but it can fluctuate up. Now, one of the great sales pitches of all time, which is not really true, is, okay, you can buy this indexed annuity with this income rider and the index option. When it increases by that, it increases the income stream by that index. That's fantastic. It sounds so good. The planets align themselves. It's the best. Oh my God, it's good. And this steak dinner is good at the seminar that I'm hearing about it. Understand, what did I tell you about COLAs? Anytime you attach an increase or potential increase, in the index annuity side is a potential increase to the income stream, what does the annuity company do? Bam! Can we do it again? Bam! Without increase, with increase. Right? I'm not framing, I'm not voguing like Madonna, producer. Right? Vogue, I'm not going to dance, I promise you. But they're not going to give it away. So if you said to me, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, top agent in the country, the baddest dude on the planet when it comes to annuities, I like that. Run me a quote, Stan the Annuity Man, showing the best income riders on the planet, 7 years or 10 years income starting at that point in time. And also run the ones that have the increase, the potential increase where the unicorns chase the butterflies and everyone's happy and the politicians get along. And it's the best thing since sliced bread and it's a one size fits all. Please run those too. Okay, we'll run them. Guess what? Guess where the potential ones end up? Top one up here, potential one down here. Now, you can buy the dream down here. Buying the dream, that producer, that's buying the dream. Buying the dream down here, that's fine. But understand, you're not getting the highest contractual guarantee. So, long story short, long answer to a very short question. Annuity income, does it fluctuate? Yes, but it only fluctuates up. But if you choose for it to fluctuate up, then they're going to lower the payments because the annuity companies have the big buildings for a reason. All right, as you know, being loyal followers of the Stan the Annuity Man YouTube channel, you're crazy, you love annuities, you love hearing about annuities, you like seeing the t-shirts, you like the hats, the whole thing, forget about that. Even though that's fun, I've done another video, how to set up a pension. Easy for me to say, but easier to do, how to set up a pension. And by the way, I've written books on all of these products I've talked about, and I want to send them to you for free under no obligation. Nobody's going to show up at your doorstep. You don't have to go to a bad chicken dinner seminar to get them. I just mail them to you if you go to theannuityman.com, and there you can find all things annuity, all things fun, blog posts, podcast, all kinds of good stuff, information. I'm the #1 educator on the annuity planet. There's an annuity planet, producer, and I'm the #1 educator on it. And because I educate people on the good and the bad, the limitations, I'm also the top guy out here. And if you want to talk about annuities and you go to theannuityman.com, guess who you're going to talk to? Me. All recommendations run through me, period. So set that appointment, let's talk about it. And in the interim, I'll see you on the next Stan the Annuity Man video.